Hey guys, this is Limit of Londo, giving you the part 3 of my Dark Souls 3 walkthrough. This is the Undead Settlement, which is a pretty big place with many items and several covenants too actually. And I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get to both of them in this video. So the first thing you want to do when you come here to the gate is take out these guys and go this way. Behind this car there'll be 2 dogs guarding an item. Two alluring skulls. Then you want to come to the edge of this bridge and all these pilgrims pick up 2 homeward bones, and then you want to go to the other side to meet this fella.
Oh, then it's true. The champion of Ash, as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londo, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use. Oh, I am honored, truly. I should be dead. I, Yol of Londo, do solemnly swear myself to you.
So Yol is a former sorcerer, and he'll be found in Firelink Shrine from now on. He got some interesting facts to tell you, and he'll sell you some simple sorceries as well. Just gonna clear out these dogs. But the special thing about old Yol is that he can grant you 3 levels, or as he calls it, bring out the true power or potential in you. And that leads to some interesting developments in the game, and we'll see to that later. So here's our first bonfire. And what's interesting here is to use your binoculars and have a look at the top of this tower, where there's a creature who resembles a guy from the first Dark Souls game, from the DLC, in Ulasil. And we'll be acquainted with him later in this place, in this area. So we'll continue in this way, deal with a couple of guys over here. There you are. And pick up this item. So around when Sultan Sanctuary was released, I actually made a wiki account on Fixtralife. Fixtralife are the ones who make the wikis for the Soul series and other series as well, but they distribute most of the wikis for Souls games. And I contributed to several pages on Sultan Sanctuary wiki, like boss tactics, item locations, and some stuff like that. Not everything is used, of course, but some of it was, which is pretty cool to see that your own stuff is used to help others. So I might go back to that when I'm gonna play Sultan Sanctuary again. I don't know when that will be. Probably when I've had my fill with Dark Souls 3. I'll also be trying to get a platinum trophy for Salt and Sanctuary, as it didn't look that hard. So yeah. These small enemies here, the thralls, can be a hassle if they gang up on you. They're very small, aggressive and agile, so just be careful and land your hits, and you should be fine. So here's Loretta's bone, and this is the item we'll give to Grey Rat later in Firelink Shrine. In this area it's many packs of enemies. They won't all aggro on you at once, so take out one group at a time. And in the middle is a big witch enemy, who can be quite dangerous, and you'll see why in a second. I'm just gonna pick up this item over here. Some souls, I think. Yeah. And there we see the witch engages us. So here we are at our second attempt at this place. As you saw, the witch had some far reach and did some hard hits as well, which makes her a difficult enemy. But let's see if we can take her down this time. Should have dodged that. Luckily, she can be backstabbed. Oh man, tried a lunging attack, didn't work. Come here, you. There we go. Now let's clear out the others. Good, so now we're going to take this road and face these thralls again. Now these tricky bastards again. They can easily evade your attacks, or even evade your hits. Not every single swing hits like that. So we're gonna drop down here and backtrack. Watch out for these enemies, but every one of them will be hostile, but some of them will, and they can surprise you and kind of ambush you. What we're gonna do now is gonna discover the first covenant very soon, which is a covenant we've seen in the old games, and starring the one and only Soldier of Astor himself. And it is the Warrior of Sunlight covenant. And you gotta make your way in here and drop down through this hole, and the Warrior of Sunlight emblem is there. This is an Estus bowl or something. We can chug some Estus. We continue further this way, and we'll discover the second, no, it's going to be the second bonfire in this area. We're also going to be invaded by an NPC. So behind here is this kind of secret road to these souls. And backtrack. And follow the way down here. And if you guys didn't know, I made a video of this new community I made, which is called Unkindled Club. It's for the PS4. So be sure to drop in or check it out, maybe join the community. I made it for doing co-op and PvP, along with a bunch of YouTube friends and other players as well. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Unkindled Club on PS4. So we make our way down here, where we find a Titanite shard. And as you can see, there's another fat witch enemy up there. It can be quite tricky, at least with close quarters or close combat. So we use an ember. And I'm gonna throw my last firebomb at her. See how that goes. Nice backstab. You can see for being a big and fat enemy, she's quite fast with her attacks. And she hits pretty hard too, so that's very dangerous. She kind of resembles the fat official from Demon Souls. So definitely the From Software used some inspirations and ideas from that game, which is cool. Further we're gonna go down this way, where we're gonna be invaded by this mad spirit. Now we're gonna try and not aggro that enemy as well. That would be troublesome. Only got one Estus flask. And this guy can heal or chug Estus as well, so be prepared for that. There, Zippy. He also does some pyromancies. He does power within and warmth also heals. I'm just gonna go for the backstabs. Oh man. Oh shit, the other guy's coming. God damn it. Sorry to say guys that one of the clips I recorded got corrupted, so I couldn't get anything I recorded right after the NPC invasion. But to the right of where the NPC invaded is a bonfire, and right in front of it is this place. So we not progress much more than maybe 50 meters or so in game. As you saw outside, there was big ass arrows raining down, and that is the giant creature we saw from the top of the tower who's shooting him. And he'll fire at both you and the enemies unless you make peace with him, which we'll hopefully do later. Down this way to the left here is a boss fight, but we'll not engage him right now. Instead I'm going to show you the rest of this area, its items, and the second covenant. It's a pretty big area. Watch out for this dog. Dogs can always be a hassle, so sometimes I always just end up standing with my shield and waiting for them to attack, then hit them. Alright, on to the next covenant. So instead of taking to the left with the big tree where we fought the first bad witch, we take to the right here and cross this bridge. On the other side here we'll go through a secret passage. Not so much a secret, but it's easily overlooked. And it's to the right in here. So just follow the path and we'll meet a bunch of thralls. And many of them are ranged, so keep your shield up, or if you have ranged weapons or sorceries, you can deal with them from distance. For our sake, we have to deal with them at close combat. They're kind of all over the place. I don't know if you noticed, but the NPC who invaded us earlier had a purple phantom, which has never been in a Souls game before. I think that's pretty cool. There's a lot of different phantom colors from different covenants in this game, which is pretty neat.
Nana's never coming back. So come into the cage and become Nana's shade.
So this guy NPC is kind of creepy, but it kind of hints to how you're gonna get to the covenant. They're mentioning a lot about getting in a cage, and that's pretty much what we'll do. And the covenant we're after is the Mound makers, which makes you either ally phantom or an invading one. It's up to you. And this is the guy. He won't attack you or aggro you unless you do first. And first we're gonna go ahead and get this item. It's a ring. It's a stone plate ring. And then get behind the cage and press X, and this cutscene will occur. So here we are where the second phase of the third boss here is, and have in mind that if you defeat the boss that I showed earlier where it was, you won't be able to join this covenant, at least not early game.
Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing it otherwise? Yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you are, but we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your... Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family. You'll go mad one day, but not today. Take my advice. Use this bone and leave this place. This pit is for hollows, and for the occasional madman fond of piling up victims. You've better things to do.
So over this altar you can deepen your allegiance to the Covenant, and that's the second Covenant of this area, guys. Thanks for watching this part, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, stay classic.